What's up with it? This is the OG Bronc Nuts from the 719 West down here in Acapulco, Mexico, and have just completed day 5 of my vacation here and the Bitcoin conference that is going on down here. Now, yesterday was an interesting day, and something happened yesterday that I've never experienced before in my life. Now, most of you know by watching TV or the news that Mexico City had a 7.2 or 7.5 measured on the Richter scale earthquake that happened there, which is about, I believe, close to around 200 miles from where we are here in Acapulco. So yesterday in the mid-afternoon, I believe it was, we were sitting around the hotel lobby bar where a lot of my videos have been filmed in the prior ones that you've watched. And I felt something really weird, and when I first felt it, I was thinking my equilibrium was all off, like my brain wasn't registering things right, and I hadn't really been drinking or anything, so I couldn't figure out what's going on. It took me a second, and I looked down and looked around, and I seen the entire building moving, the floor moving, the tables, the dishes rattling, and I've never experienced an earthquake before. And I'd say it lasted for about 10 to maybe 12, 15 seconds, somewhere in there. Hotel staff took off running. All the guests took off running. Everybody got outside of the building. And since I've never been involved in an earthquake before, I didn't even actually know what was good to do. Is it better to run outside? Is it better to stay inside? You know, I only know like tornadoes and hailstorms and stuff like that from where I'm from. So I'd never felt a earthquake before, and to see a building that's made completely out of concrete and tiles that are made out, or the floor that's made out of, you know, marble, to see the whole thing moving like it was a floating dock that we were sitting on was extremely bizarre. If you've never experienced something like that, I'm sure, you know, it was definitely something to be scared about. Although I wasn't scared, and I guess it's because I've never seen a building fall down from an earthquake or anyone die from an earthquake, but it felt like just like an awesome carnival ride that you were on, to tell you the truth. And granted, nobody around here got hurt. There was no injuries, nothing, none of the buildings got damaged. I'm kind of glad that it actually happened, because it's something that I've never been able to experience before, and so now at least, you know, I have experienced an earthquake. But my prayers go out to the families and the people in Mexico City. I know that there's been some people, some casualties from this earthquake, and I also know that they had a really bad one just not too long ago. So scary things, scary times for the people in Mexico City. I don't know how that's going to disrupt travel on people going home. I personally am going from here to Houston back to Colorado Springs. But I know that there's a lot of people that pick up their connections in Mexico City. So hopefully everything is okay with the airport, and travelers are going to be free to move about to get home to their destination. Yesterday, spent most of the day at the conferences, although the end part of the day, a lot of the speakers got canceled because of the earthquake. Dr. Ron Paul did not get to speak yesterday. They canceled his speech because of the earthquake. But really, once everything passed, it seemed to be a nothing. I mean, it really was. It was nothing. There was no aftershocks. There were no big waves out in the ocean. So, and I guess you could attribute that to that the actual epicenter of the earthquake was quite a ways from here. Today, awesome day. I've rented an SUV, an air-conditioned SUV, to take me and 5 or 6 other people that I've met down here from all over, and we're going to take a tour of Acapulco. I guess there's a really nice church or chapel here that's really tall up in a hill. We're going to drive into Acapulco Bay, visit a couple of markets, of course, the Acapulco divers, and I'm going to take the camera along today with me everywhere I go, so you can see all of the sights and sounds and everything that there is around here that we're going to be doing this afternoon. But that's all I got to report from you yesterday. It was a pretty boring day. All we did was, well, it wasn't boring, was hung around the conference, got to hear some good speakers, and then, of course, more interaction between other crypto coin enthusiasts in the lobby bars and the hotel and down at the pool, just, you know, sharing ideas and conversating with each other. Now, the first 3 days of this conference, the speakers have been more about, you know, anarchy and education on, you know, the press and a lot of things that I really didn't come down here for, although I think that they're important topics to speak about. I get the feeling here that most people came down here because they were Bitcoin and crypto coin enthusiasts, and there's only going to be one day of the conference, which is tomorrow, that is specifically going to be tailor-made to cryptocurrencies themselves. So tomorrow's conference meetings are the day that I'm looking forward to the most, and then I'll be moving after that on over to the Copacabana Hotel, which is around the bend, about, I'd say, 10 or 12 miles from here in Acapulco Bay for the Anarchapulco convention hosted and sponsored by Smart Cash. So be looking forward to that. I got to get on up out of here and get everybody rounded up so we can go on this little sightseeing tour of Acapulco and show you all the beautiful things that are down here. I've been to Mexico many times. I've been everywhere from Puerto Vallarta, Nueva Vallarta, to Cancun, to Playa del Carmen, to Cozumel. I've been to a few other places, and this Acapulco is by far the nicest place in Mexico that I've ever been. It's absolutely gorgeous here. If you get a chance to come, definitely don't miss the opportunity, and for sure, the OG Bronc Nuts will be back again. For now, I'm out. Gotta go have some fun. This is the OG Bronc Nuts from the 719 West Acapulco, New Mexico, and at the Anarchapulco conference, and we're gonna still keep it going. I'm out. See ya, suckers! Peace.